Let's just pull up very quickly what is working on the markets today. And it's a day of telecom. We've been speaking about Bharti Airtel doing very well. What's not working, on the other hand, is a Nestle. Nestle and healthcare. I would say the healthcare pack also seeing a lot of pain. I'm just going to come to the story on Nestle for a second and then get in views of our analysts of what to do with that stock. So there are two parts of it. One is how the stock has dropped off about nearly 4% as we speak. One analyst on our channel today thought it's a buying opportunity, but what really is happening and why is Nestle taking a beating? Sesha Sen has all the details.
If you are a parent and have a kid at home, you will be shocked to know what I'm going to tell you now. A new study by Swiss investigative organization Public Eye has revealed that Nestle, which is the world's largest food company, uses excess sugar in its baby food products in India and other developing nations. Nestle uses 3 grams of sugar in every serving of Cerelac sold in the country. I'll ask my camera person to show you the label of Cerelac. So if you look at the label, Nestle says that it uses 9.1 grams of added sugar per 100 grams of Cerelac. This essentially means that the company uses 10% of its sugar in about 25 to 30 grams of Cerelac. Now, what is even more shocking is that in developed markets like Europe, there is no such added sugar that is used in their products. This raises two serious questions. One, is Nestle putting children's health at risk in a country where several studies have indicated an alarming rise in obesity among children? And the second, are there any guidelines or a law that checks promotion of such products in the country?
So that is the essential story of why Nestle is under pain. Nestle has put out a statement a short while ago, and we put that out on our screen. But just to reiterate, they've said that the cereals are fine, they're working towards reducing sugar, etc. Now the question is, should you buy Nestle stock on dips at this point? Listen into what Rahul Arora of Nirmal Bang has to say. It's quite a contra view.
You'd remember when the Maggi crisis happened, the way Nestle was able to go back to the drawing board and not only reinvent itself, but come back with greater market shares and the kind of numbers it has delivered since then it had not delivered pre the Maggi crisis. In the West, if you look at Coca-Cola, for example, they actually have adverts on their television telling people not to consume Coca-Cola, for example, because of the amount of sugar that they have, but they leave it in the hands of the consumer. But should Nestle be required to take corrective actions? And by no means am I justifying, the findings of this report. Of course, coupled with the fact that royalty increases were also announced recently. But I think if any remedial actions are to be taken, I think Nestle is more than capable of taking it. I think it's a household name. And I think any dips into this stock should be bought into. I mean, it's 100% plus return on equity, capital employed, return on invested capital business. It's growing its earnings by 15%. Any such opportunities, I think, while unfortunate, could potentially present themselves as buying opportunities.
Yeah, is this a buying opportunity? Sudeep, I'm keen to know your view.
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, there's a moral hazard and the entire, discussion around this unfair treatment for, the product as far as India and other poorer nations are concerned. So obviously it's unfair and probably not warranted. But as far as the market is concerned, I think what Rahul mentioned is absolutely correct. And I was going to say the same thing, that we have seen this happening during the Maggi controversy, how, robustly Nestle came back and delivered post that controversy. I'm reasonably confident that Nestle will do the same this time as well. So, if you're an investor who have, let's say, 1 year plus time horizon, this is a great time to buy Nestle because, this is where the price is getting corrected. Maybe there'll be a little more correction. And this is the opportunity to buy Nestle.